A title sequence with geometric designs showing a collage of shots of women with disability in everyday situations, and someone dialing 1-800-RESPECT on a mobile phone. Film title: Prevention of Domestic and Family Violence. Produced by Women with Disabilities Victoria. A content warning. This film includes scenes of abuse, neglect and violence towards people with a disability. If you feel upset, support is available. Contact 1-800-RESPECT for confidential support on 1-800-737-732 or online chat at www.chat.1800respect.org.au/#welcome. Film presenters Ross Onley-Zirkle and Jessica Cochran, both disability advocates, are sitting in a room.
Family violence is preventable. To prevent violence, we need to understand its causes, also known as drivers.
Ross uses Auslan.
The drivers of violence include beliefs, attitudes and behaviours that make it possible and acceptable for someone to use violence.
These drivers are all forms of gender inequality.
Cutaways of two young men playing soccer and chatting in a backyard.
And they include strict rules about what women and men can be and what they can do. It also includes beliefs that violence against women is okay, control of decision-making by men, and male aggression and disrespect towards women.
Drivers of violence against people with disabilities include negative attitudes toward disability and control of decision-making by people without disabilities.
Prevention is about doing things to change the drivers of violence.
Cutaways of two young women chatting in an urban cafe.
Like challenging negative beliefs about people with a disability and sexist attitudes or behaviours.
It's about changing our culture and society so we can help stop family violence before it starts.
Support worker Afi is sitting in a disability service provider office with his head slumped.
Hi, Afi.
His manager Tani comes in and sits down.
Look, what happened to Bella today is horrible, but you manage the situation very well. How are you feeling?
Shocked. I can't help thinking, could we have stopped this somehow?
3 months earlier, Bella is sitting in the same office talking to Tani, the manager. Her support worker Afi is sitting next to her.
I wanted to manage my own money.
Are you sure, Bella?
I'm very sure.
I'm just worried that you might find it stressful and a bit tricky. Baz has been doing such a great job for you. Why not leave it how it is?
Bella looks uncertain. Bella is at home in the backyard, helping her mum hang the washing out.
Hey, Mummy, the workshop on setting the landscape coming up. I really want to go.
Yeah, I don't think so, honey. You don't need to worry about stuff like that. I don't think you're ready for a boyfriend.
Bella looks dejected. Bella is with her friend Gwen at an urban cafe. Her support worker Afi is at the table too.
So I said I wanted ready.
But nobody likes it at first. You're lucky to be with Baz, so just give him what he wants.
Afi looks confused at what Gwen is saying. Two young men, Baz and George, are kicking a ball in the backyard.
I'm a guy. It's normal for us to want sex, but she keeps saying no.
Don't listen to her, Baz. She'll get used to it. Mate, she is your girlfriend.
Baz nods his head in agreement. Afi is back in the office with the manager Tani.
There were times I noticed things and I wasn't sure what to do. So it's like, what could we have done differently?
Reflection questions on screen. What's happening in these scenarios? How do you think Bella is feeling? What kinds of gender and disability inequality did you see in these scenarios? A series of interviews in a simple house setting. Jack Dexter, a disability advocate.
Yeah, I think Bella would feel like she's lost a bit of independence. A bit upset, and like I could sort of relate to that if, I was told no and, yeah, I wasn't able to make my own decision.
Colleen Pearce, the Victorian Public Advocate.
Bella is being disempowered and not listened to. And really, the UN Convention on the Rights of People with a Disability is really explicit about this. People should be supported to make their own decisions.
Ferris, a disability advocate.
They're also breaking down her ability to be assertive. And if you keep chipping and chipping and chipping away at that, how is someone supposed to actually find their voice?
Trent from No to Violence.
One of the key causes and drivers of family violence is gender inequality and negative community attitudes towards women.
Anna Stewart from Our Watch.
What we know, however, is that gender inequality intersects with other forms of discrimination. So to address violence against women with disability, we really need to be thinking about gender inequality and ableism.
A rewind on the previous scenario. Bella is in the service provider office with the manager, Tani.
Bella, that's great news. It's important for you to have your independence. Let's make some plans and put some things in place.
Right.
Bella smiles. Bella is at home in the backyard with her mum.
I really want to go.
Absolutely. This sounds great. I think you'll get a lot out of it.
Me too.
Bella smiles. Bella is with her friend Gwen at an urban cafe.
Bella, if you're not ready, you're not ready, and Baz needs to respect that. The right guy would impress you.
You're right.
Baz and his friend George are in the backyard.
Baz, no means no. She doesn't owe you anything.
Baz looks reflective. Back to interviews.
What the research has shown us is one of the leading contributing factors to men making change is when they choose to start unpacking ideas around male entitlement and male privilege. It doesn't need to be a big, gnarly challenge. It can just be a little thing. If a man's talking about his missus, yeah, you might just ask, oh, what's her name? Yeah, and humanise her again and bring him back. And it's just a subtle challenge, but it is around empowering and trying to remove those hierarchies of gender.
Those attitudes are held widely in society, so both men and women and other people within society can hold those attitudes and express them, and it's really important for us to kind of recognise them for what they are in order to make change around those things.
Collusion is if we let that violence supporting narrative go along uninterrupted.
You might be involved in conversations where a colleague or peer says something that you're not comfortable with. You can show that you're not supportive of what they're saying by turning away from them or not laughing along with them.
When we're looking at those unhealthy gender stereotypes and unhealthy attitudes towards women, they're silencing women's voices. Yeah, and so if we want to challenge that, we want to be amplifying those voices, and we do that by asking and listening.
So it's up to us to fix it. And one of the ways we can do that is to really think about what are the mechanisms that we can use to empower women with disabilities. And as a society, we can be far more inclusive of them in everything that we do.
Titles on the closing screens. 1-800-RESPECT provides support to anyone impacted by violence, including frontline workers who might want to debrief or seek a secondary consultation in relation to domestic and family violence. Call 1-800-737-732 or chat online at www.chat.1800respect.org.au/#/welcome. More text on screen. The Men's Referral Service provides advice for workers supporting clients who use violence, and support for men who are using controlling behaviour towards a partner or family member. Call 1300 766 491 or chat online at www.ntv.org.au/gethelp/about the Men's Referral Service. This video was produced by Women with Disabilities Victoria, in partnership with National Disability Services, with the support of the Victorian Government.